Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and we are back for some F1 24 driver career mode for episode number 4 for the Japanese Grand Prix, and very much a, oh, we're back, and if you're not checking out the last video, please check that out below. Thank you all for everybody who's been supporting this channel. Once again, I greatly appreciate it. Spoiler alert, last race, epic midfield fight for P10, that was very fun, and, well, as we hope to kind of push forward and see what happens going into Japan. Like I said already in the last episode, I expect to struggle, really. I don't know how good we're going to be, but we do have something very exciting when we go back to our driver HQ, and that involves with a secret meeting. So, who could this be? V-Carb? Haas? Maybe one of the big guys? I doubt it. Sauber? Oh no, it's Visa Cash. It says Visa Cash App RB. Okay. Well, here obviously this is before the patch, so they'll be a faster car than us. So the Red Bull family doesn't sound too bad. I might continue talks here with them. Maybe it's a little bit too early. I want to see what better options I got, but that might be one of the best options that we got so far. So yeah, I'm gonna continue talks. I'll talk to you guys in a minute.
Been scouring the socials and asking around, and I'm delighted to say that the team are none the wiser about us chatting with anyone else. And the meeting went well too. I know. I'm amazing. You're welcome.
Covering from us from Alpine. Alpine's in the bin. Obviously we were part of the Alpine Driver Academy, but I probably only got 1 year left on my Alpine contract, so thinking about a move next year and maybe losing a little bit of faith in Alpine. I can't take this team to the top. This car's so crap. I doubt it. But anyways, here's a look at the driver standings. P8 in the standings. Obviously ahead of Piastri, so that's pretty cool. Beating a McLaren. Obviously that amazing result came in Jeddah, where we got a podium. So yeah. But upgrade time. Gasly's got some upgrades available. He looks like he's focusing on the chassis department, which chassis got, I'd say chassis fairly OP. So that's something to keep an eye on. Durability also is no thanks. I don't want durability upgrades. That's all Gasly, man. You focus on that. Weight reduction for China. Car's a bit heavy. We could do this plank. We have one of the worst cars in weight redistribution. Look how bad it is. This car is heavy as hell. Williams got a light ass car though. Wow. Williams with the you consider how much carbon fiber is on this car. You think this car would be light? Nah, overweight as hell. That's a bit worrying. So yeah, we got a floor upgrade coming on for the I believe the rear downforce. So we got one upgrade coming on this weekend. Japan, like I said, I expect to struggle. I don't know how we're really gonna fare up against Japan. It's gonna be a struggle, but we got that rear downforce upgrade on, and the weight redistribution, the weight reduction will be coming on, I believe, for China and maybe Miami. So interesting to see what happens. Maybe even Imola, those upgrades could come on, but that engine upgrade is very tasty. If we get that engine upgrade on, then we can unlock ERS upgrades, and well, we have one of the weaker engines on the grid, so yeah, that might be a struggle. But again, Japan's got it's a little bit of a power track. That's why I say we might struggle, but Cherry Blossom season, one of my favorite tracks within the game. I love this track. Let's go see what we can do here. It's time for qualifying now around the Suzuka International Circuit.
A warm welcome everybody from a venue that has seen plenty of sensational laps over the years. Remember Verstappen in 23, Vettel in 2019, some phenomenal pole laps. But whose will it be today?
Well, here we are for qualifying, and we got a cooling system fault. First fault of the, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter too much. Obviously, it's just in the garage, so it's not really going to affect us too much. But into Q1 now, like I said, one of my favorite tracks, but pushing a little too much, and there we go for a spin. Get on the brakes there. I should have used my clutch pedal at the back of my wheel to kind of stop the car, but I did not. So big spin, and again, this car, like I said, it's a struggle, man. And man, that lap was not good. And we're kind of on the back foot, and we got 4 minutes left. I should have went out a little bit earlier for 2 runs, but we changed a set of soft tires. But here we go for our first lap and our last lap, heading through, well, buzzing corner in 23, but not anymore. So here we go into the center. This is Suzuka. God, I love this track. This part right here, the track is so satisfying. Going through 6th gear, you got to go down a gear, heading down into the next part, and very flat out. We're running out wide. Look, there was really a brown spot right through there, a little bit of dirt on that exit, but heading into the 2 Degnas, 7th gear, Degna 1, 7th gear flat out, and then Degna 2, well, not flat out obviously, and heading down into the hairpin. Very tight hairpin, I'd say. I was struggling a lot through this part of the corner here once again. Very slow, well, a little too slow. Finding some more confidence within the car, use up all that exit you can, and then heading down into this point right here. Again, very power track, as you can see, lots of long straights, heading into Spoon Curve, and one of my favorite corners right here as well, but very tight as well, and a little bit wide, a lot of understeer, and a big step on the exit. We caught the car, thankfully, and that was very tight. And this is not a good lap, I can tell you guys, because I know when it's a good lap or not, but this is not a good lap. I'm really struggling. This is all I got. This is all I got in the pace in this car. Obviously, maybe struggled a little bit through Spoon Curve with that snap. That did not help us. Heading into the Casio Triangle and down into the last corner. And where does this put us? P16. Wow. We're out. That's all. I don't even think we have enough fuel to even go around. Wow. We might have had, but I doubt it. I think we probably run out of fuel. That's a Q1 knockout. Damn. Shades of Bahrain all over again. Damn. Oh man, I said it was a struggle, and even Gasly got out in Q1 too, man. That's a big blow for Alpine. And Gasly out-qualifies us in around Japan. So what was our lap time? Maybe Sector 2 was a struggle. I want to compare to Gasly. Oh, Gasly didn't even finish his lap. Damn, yeah, that was a struggle. Wow. I don't really know what else to say than damage limitation. Let's just call it that. But yeah. Well, it's going to be impossible for points, so I guess we're just going to be fighting in the lower half of the grid. Well, that was qualifying over. Thankfully, the race will be better, I hope. So yeah, let's go focus on the race, shall we?
We come to you live today from the Mie Prefecture in the south of Japan's Honshu Island for a race that has seen many title deciders over the years. Some simple, some controversial, but all contributing to a legacy that makes the Japanese Grand Prix an indispensable stop in any Formula One season. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles. It's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 circuit. And the drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. Keep an eye out for overtakes into the final chicane. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Perez, Norris, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Bottas, Joe, Hamilton, Sargent, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Gasly, Cowboy, and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. And alongside me today, a man who I'm always pleased to see join me in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, we had great fun watching them win last time out. What a great victory it was. But can they carry that into today's race?
It's the important one, isn't it, Crofty? You've done it once, can you do it again? But, you know, if you start believing in yourself and the confidence starts to build, that inner confidence is what you need. And you can carry that through to future races, including this one, and you set that ball rolling. That's the critical thing that they're looking for here. And I believe if you've got that first race win or a win at any stage, it can start to roll with you in a good way.
Back of the grid, not great, I know, but let's just try and use the first lap to push your way up the order.
Thank you, Mark, for the motivation. Welcome to the grid. Call signs with a grid penalty, so we start dead last. Compared to us, we start P19. So yeah, one-stop strategy, probably the best strategy. Mediums to the hard tire, probably the best strategy you can have. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know what else really to do either. So could be a struggle really this whole weekend, and kind of struggling for pace as well. So I get, again, like I said, damage limitation weekend. As I'm looking at this, it's damage limitation. So you just kind of want to focus forward and see what happens. So anything can happen. We could pounce back. We cannot. Who knows what can really happen? So we got 27 laps though around Suzuka. One of my best tracks. Well, not one of my best tracks. Probably one of my better tracks, but fun circuit. 27 laps here. And it's going to be lights out away we go for the Japanese Grand Prix. We got a horrible start. That did not get a great start. Sainz flew off like a rocket. That exit was, that launch was insane. And a contact between Hulkenberg and Sainz. And also Ricciardo. He hit the outside of Ricciardo as well. So very tight into buzzing corner. I'm going to call that buzzing corner from now on because Sebastian Vettel's a GOAT. And side by side between in the sectors to the S's section. Obviously, sorry, I got a little bit of under the weather still. Fairly sick. We're going to do some of these commentaries. But anyways, Gasly and Ricciardo are still side by side. And who's going to get it into Degna 1? And Ricciardo around the outside. Whoa, got compromised there. Gasly with the got kind of get off the brakes from Ricciardo, so that didn't help him whatsoever. And we're gonna go down the inside of our teammate Gasly. Two Alpines fighting. Don't Esteban Ocon, please. We don't need Esteban Ocon as tactics. I pray not, but we're not, thankfully. So we should be all right. But Gasly got better straight line speed. Maybe run a little bit lower downforce than us. Maybe he's got better engine components as well. But yeah, anyways, one lap about to be completed here around the Suzuka circuit. And yeah, through Spoon Curve, I'm really struggling, man. I got I got confidence, but I can't keep up with them. They're just too quick. Like a little too quick. And heading into the Castillo Triangle, who knows what can happen. I mean, Hulkenberg and Ricciardo might have to fight, but again, this is going to be a DRS train for the century, man. Because like I said, the AI, they don't overtake. Especially before the patch, they did not overtake whatsoever. So it's going to be a hard fought fight to even just stay up there. But lap 2 now, Hulkenberg's pace is not really matching Sainz's pace. We're kind of all at the back of Gasly. I want to get around Gasly, but I don't know if I honestly can do it low-key. I don't think I have the speed compared to Gasly. But we're going to get this. We're going to try to go around him anyways. Two of our teammates fighting. Really for nothing. It's just really an in-team rivalry, but also a very positive rivalry. We go off track at Spoon Curve. We have to give the position back, thankfully. I just kind of got lost a little bit, so that was kind of my bad. But yeah, just mainly got lost through Spoon Curve, and again, just no front end on this car whatsoever. But heading into the Castillo Triangle here on lap 3 now. DRS obviously has been enabled, so I want to follow Ricciardo through, but I don't think that they can do it. Obviously, if Ricciardo goes for an overtake on Hulkenberg, it's going to be a struggle because they could be very, 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 very close together, and they could be fighting for positions. And I don't need that at all, and especially around here where I don't need anything bad to happen, but something bad I could scream is about to happen. So. And it's mainly going to be evolving with Hulkenberg trying to stay close within that gap. But yeah, it's not been a great weekend this weekend from the start. Haven't been having fun this weekend. And again, Japan was going to be a struggle track. Like I said, Japan's a power circuit for about half the cars on this grid. So, you know, straight line speed, you need good straight line speed. We got fairly, I'd say, the worst straight line speed, even though Pierre Gasly, he's burning maybe some overtake, trying to get around us. We're in hot lap mode to even stay with Ricciardo. I'm not trying to burn too much overtake because that battery recharge is going to be painful enough. So, and I don't want that to happen. But following Ricciardo through and Hulkenberg, yeah, Hulkenberg's pace is nowhere, guys. I mean, Hulkenberg's got zero pace within this car, literally nothing within that car. So it's going to be a fight. So who's ready for a fight for P17? I'm ready. So. Well, honestly, it's still early. Maybe the AI can crash. Obviously, this is before they made stupid mistakes, so maybe they can crash. Please crash. Please. I beg with all my life. because, well, I could capitalize on you guys. But Ricciardo, I'm matching Ricciardo's pace, but I'm also kind of getting carried, mainly because obviously he's getting DRS from Hulkenberg, and that's also helping us. So yeah, we got our first track limits. We're gonna be cut the corner at Casio Triangle just a little bit, but on lap 5 now. Ricciardo's getting close to Hulkenberg, but again, Hulkenberg cannot match his pace, so it is a struggle for Nico right now. And that Haas, before when that update comes, the Haas going to be probably a very quick car. It can score points very early, but on lap 6, Ricciardo got to run Hulkenberg, and now we can also be in a position now to overtake them if we choose so. And here goes Hulkenberg down on the inside, and Ricciardo around the outside. Ricciardo got the inside line. Who's going to get it around there, around the center S's? Come on, guys, sort it out. We're losing so much. We're going to lose so much time. They're still side by side. Who's going to run? Ricciardo around the outside. Hulkenberg around the outside. They make a fight tight and fair. Hulkenberg's got to get a better exit for Hulkenberg, and Ricciardo's got the inside line, and they're still side by side, heading it all close. They're going to be approaching the Degnas. Oh my God! Whoa! That was a big scare right there. No, wow, man. Around Degna 1 and Degna 2. We touched the inside and we had to correct the car. That was a big snap there. And, man, that did not help us. Man, that was tight. I don't even know what else to say, but that was a good fight there through there. But look at that, 5/10 away from Carlos Sainz and Hulkenberg around. We're going to go around the outside of Hulkenberg, so now we can push forward, but again, I don't expect us to catch Sainz. He's got a faster car. Tsunoda's getting carried from everybody else, so it's gonna be a struggle to stay. And then the center S is again, was kind of one of my weaker points on the track on lap 9, and well, it's gonna be a struggle. Let's just say that to keep on going. And the tires are a bit falling off a little bit down through this part of the track. And hit the outside curve. Oh, we go for a round. We're going for a spin. Lock it down. Get back on the. Wow. That man, I got a little bit of a that was a weird moment. That was our first spin of the season. First spin. I guess I misjudged it. Man, I don't know what the hell happened. That makes it worse. I lost it. I guess I touched the outside curb and that did not. Man. Well, our race is over. Basically. Yeah. Oh, I almost just spinned it in the pit lane. Wow. That was weird. I just understeered all the way up the track, and I guess I misjudged it. And a slow stop. Very good. Great job, team. That was my fault. Ultimately, that was my fault. I misjudged that completely.
We had an issue removing the rear wheel.
I don't know what really happened. I mean, I guess maybe I was understeer, but it was weird. I thought I could have corrected the car, but I couldn't. I feel like it was car they unable to correct. So, well, we're kind of now in a no man's land, and what I mean by no man's land is, well, here's the thing: if the AI they don't retire, then we're not going to score points, and there's no point in running. And again, the DNF would help us from hurting our from hurting our obviously our driver rating, but at the same time, like, you're running around for nothing, and you're running around for no man's land. And well, we're kind of in this boat now, and we're 10 seconds away from Gasly, our teammate. And look at the fight, because they're about 12 seconds behind Sainz. Ricciardo and Hulkenberg have nothing. And Gasly is fighting with them, because again, like I said, it has been a struggle this weekend with this car. I don't know what happened. Obviously, again, power circuit, but man, I think from qualifying, if we just didn't maybe have that moment, we probably could have been a little bit faster. But I think ultimately I'm just going to retire the car. There's no point in running. We're just kind of running around for nothing. We're kind of burning up some we're not really burning up battery, but we're just really using up the engine, which is no point. So ultimately, I think the best decision is to retire the car, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come into the pits now. I'm going to retire the car. So I don't really like to do this, but when you're running around for nothing and you got no points and you're just dead last, running around for nothing, a lot of guys, you'll see a lot of guys do it. Just retire, and that just makes the weekend a lot better. Almost binned it in the pit lane, so yeah. Just retire the car. If that caused out a safety car, I'm gonna cry. But yeah. Nothing much more to say than just a struggle all weekend. So yeah.
Right front wheel. I know it's not ideal, but let's try and put it behind us now and get
On to next weekend.
this race.
That's it then for another fantastic Grand Prix here in Japan. A brilliant victory that has thoroughly earned the applause of the sellout crowd here today.
Well, it all came good in the end for them, but it wasn't an easy start. Not the most straightforward of days, but I think it shows great strength in an athlete as a driver when you can overcome a day like this and walk away still with a victory.
Well, Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
There's your winner. George Russell is that guy, and he wins for Mercedes. And George Russell, you're the man of the people, and he gets the win for Mercedes. And for my side, like I said, struggle all weekend. Just had nothing, I felt like. And again, struggling track to get right, but yeah, so Russell wins. He gets ahead of, I believe P2 was Oscar Piastri, so amazing run for the Australian, and also Perez gets P3. So yeah, you could see a rhythm here. Like, obviously this is before the patch, like I said before, patch video will be coming, but yeah, like you can't really run very well, so when the AI, they don't overtake and stuff like that, especially through lap 1, our race is kind of already in the bin from lap 1 to begin with. So yeah. So Gasly P18, yeah, Gasly's P18, so I don't really know what else to say for Alpine than just an absolute stinker of a weekend. And well, we just will focus and head to China, which China is the next race, and that is a sprint weekend coming up. So first sprint weekend of the year, I believe, out of 6. I believe the second one is Miami too. So we got back-to-back sprints coming up. So that's I don't like that feeling, but it's whatever. It's part of life, and we go forward. So yeah, here's the standings. Still P19. Piastri with that podium obviously gets ahead of us. So yeah, but that's all I got in today's video, y'all. Nothing much more to really say than just struggle all weekend. Struggled for pace, struggled for everything. Really don't know what else to say really than just kind of, I want to say I'm lost for words, but mainly just kind of like, I didn't really have much to say on this race because again, it was just one of those weekends that you'll see where, you know, the car just didn't hook up very well with the track, and especially around Japan, you know. One of my better tracks, but again, it's just the car, man. The car just was not right this whole weekend, and it kind of just ruined everything. So, yeah, it sucks. It does, trust me, but, you know, what can you do about it? So, yeah, on to China. Like I said, I expect maybe a better weekend out of China. There is obviously a long straight, but I think we'll be better in the corners. So, I expect a good one. Obviously, we got some upgrades coming up for China, but that's all I got in today's video, y'all. If you guys please support the channel, I appreciate everybody who supports this channel. Please go see all my other content as well, mainly covering a lot of career modes. So yeah, well, thank you all for watching this video. Please stay safe out there. Have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend or week, whatever you're watching this. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next one.